the ability to go Garrick, untap Dave Judgment, make a token is pretty good. So it looks like.
Oh, and we still have.
Yep, the names are a little wrong right there. On the left, it should be Jamie Rutledge. On the right, it should be Simon Sung. And it looks like Jamie Rutledge won the die roll.
Yep, that's good for him.
Yeah. Starting off with 2-mana Rampant Growth on the play is awesome. Is just what he needs to pull it.
Yep. If Simon does not flip off his Delver right here, he is going to be. His clock's probably going to be a little slow.
Yeah, that Delver needs to flip very soon.
Yeah. I mean, the entire worry about Jamie's deck is that he's not going to, speed his stuff out. But being both on the play and having, this far ahead on mana.
Right. Now, Jamie Rutledge getting that second forest there. The only card in his deck that costs double green is Acidic Slime. So
looks like he's upkeep Thought Scouring.
Yep, I think he he looked at the Delver trigger, saw that it was not a card he wanted to draw, and Thought Scoured. So Delver does not flip, attacks for 1, and Simon Sung plays a Ponder.
So this Delver should be flipping next turn.
Yep, we see Snapcaster, we see Delver, we see, I think that was another Snapcaster. I don't think Simon Sung found any instance in the top 3, and he will shuffle.
Need to shuffle that.
Yeah.
And now that Jamie having 4 lands, I mean, any of his Planeswalkers right here.
Yeah, he could untap play Garrick Relentless, untap play a Liliana, a Sorin. Any of these are so good. Lingering Souls is really good. So Jamie really has an opportunity to land a haymaker here on the play with acceleration.
It looks like he does have a Lingering Souls in his hand. He's got a Vault of the Archangel.
Another Isolated Chapel. So
I think it's an Elesh Norn.
Ooh.
It's hard to tell.
So even if his only
Chapel comes to play tapped, which means there's will not be a Garrick this turn, but there might just be a Lingering Souls.
Yep, there's the Souls. So Jamie Rutledge makes 2 1/1 flyers. He would love to trade with that Delver if he could.
Yeah, I mean,
even if it's a 3/2.
I would make that trade all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to assume, I guess he shuffled, so who knows if it'll flip or not.
Right. Has about a 30% chance of flipping for Simon here, but it doesn't.
And it does not. Delver is one of those decks where if you flip turn 1, the deck is almost unbeatable, but if you don't, it gets... And the worst part about it is that, every turn you're not flipping on it, you just gotta stare at it. It keeps making you go for it.
Exactly. You have to not attack.
Geist of Saint Traft.
Wow.
Now that is a good card.
It is. Jamie Rutledge.
He probably doesn't want to attack into a Lingering Souls, but certainly he has plenty of cards to draw that would help it out. And Acidic Slime.
Now, he has so many blockers versus that Geist of Saint Traft.
Yeah, that Geist.
Oh, no, Jamie, don't attack.
Yeah, I would not attack that.
That is an ambitious attack.
I think that you're in a controlling enough position that you want to hold back. You don't want to get... I mean, there are worse things that could happen than getting that guy Vapor Snag, but...
Right, but if it does get Vapor Snag and, say, Delver flipped, Jamie Rutledge was looking at 9 damage, plus 1 from the Vapor Snag, more than half his life total.
Yeah, he's ahead. He wants to, but he's ahead. He's trying to press his advantage.
Right. We'll see if Simon Sung can take advantage of this ambitious attack by Jamie.
Sometimes when you play a 5-mana land destruction spell against your opponent, and they get onto 2 lands, you just feel pretty good about yourself.
Yeah.
You feel like you can take on the world.
Ooh, there's
the Vapor Snag. And so he's going to come in for
7. Plus 1 from the Snag will deal Jamie 8 this turn.
Takes to 11.
Dropping him to 11.
I think Jamie's going to look at playing this game a little more conservatively now.
Yeah, after getting your life total halved right there, he has to.
And if certainly if Simon has a mana leak for this Acidic Slime. Oh, but he plays an Invisible Stalker.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that that having a nice high life total gives you a good buffer against cards like Invisible Stalker. He does not have that now. It's going to be hard for him to try and Vault of the Archangel or something to erase the Stalker.
Exactly. So
now it looks like he's going to cast that Acidic Slime again, blowing up another Seachrome Coast.
Simon Sung though doesn't care how many lands he has as long as he wins the race here.
Right.
And if that Delver flips, still no flip on the Delver.
Well, and the Delver flipping may not do a whole lot right now, but their big concern right now is that he gets, if he plays a Rune Chant Pike right now,
right, exactly.
Or really any artifact, and he has that Invisible Stalker, Ooh, and he attacks now. I would probably block that. Yeah.
So good block by Jamie.
Very good block. That was what you're looking to do.
Can't afford to let that angel hit you for 4 with an Invisible Stalker in play.
You cannot.
And there's the sword. So Jamie does have a Karn Liberated in his hand. If he can draw another land, or he has another land, that Karn Liberated should take over this game.
Does not look like he drew on a land, but
nope.
Maybe he has something for that. A second acidic slime for that sword. Wow.
That's brutal. So Slime takes out the sword, and now Jamie just sitting on his defenses. He should not attack with that spirit.
Yep,
that would be a definite mistake. Oh, tragic slip. Now he can attack.
Yep. So now it is now of course Jamie doesn't exactly have a huge clock right now, but Simon is on a 10-turn clock, and that does not seem like the kind of clock you want to be on.
Right. Jamie has triple acidic slime Simon, but Simon's still with 4 lands, 2 Delvers. And you also have to remember about that Vault of the Archangel. That can let Jamie gain 3 life for every attack phase.
Yeah, and that's the thing that with a Sword of War piece, it would have been very hard to. The Vault of the Archangel was not fast enough to actually race that.
Right.
But now, he can race that pretty well. That looks like is that a tragic slip at him?
That was a tragic slip.
And in comes the creatures, and now it is, it's 3-1 race.
Yep, not enough mana to activate that vault, though. He has those 3 forests in play.
And another Geist.
Wow.
Now, Jamie probably could have flashed back the Lingering Souls that last turn.
Yeah.
Maybe he had something he was trying to hold back for with the white or black mana.
The way is open for this Karn to come into play right now.
Yes. It can't really hit a lot of what Simon has, but he can always maybe you just +4 it.
Yeah, I think you +4 it there, just because you have to be able to restart the game if things do go badly. Right. If Simon does draw an equipment off the top.
Yeah.
So Jamie should not attack again. We'll see if he does. Nope.
And now that Invisible Stalker is more and more threatening.
Yeah. Yeah. Jamie's at 8. It's not very much. Now, any Rune Chanter's Pike off the top here represents
even like a Vapor Snag. If he can Vapor Snag that the Acidic Slime, he can get in with both creatures, and he's going to do a lot of damage. And there he goes for a Vapor Snag.
One of the best draws.
Probably it's going to get the Acidic Slime and swing with both creatures. Jamie will block the Angel, but still takes 4 damage. 3 damage?
Yep. Oh, it looks like he's... Why is Simon Sung shuffling his deck? Was that a Ponder that he flashed? It
must have been the Ponder.
Wow. I'm not sure I like that. I feel like Vapor Snag might have...
I feel like Vapor Snag was the right line there. Either getting the Spirit so you can attack for 6 total, or 5 total, I guess, or getting the Acidic Slime.
So Simon Sung ponders again, draws a Ponder off his Ponder, ponders again.
Doesn't look like he hit anything.
No, I'm not sure what he was trying to find. A Vapor Snag?
Maybe. Well, I mean, probably not Vapor Snag.
Right.
I think what his concern right now is dealing with that Karn. He has to be able to try to kill Jamie, but he can't let Karn get too far ahead. And like Karn is such a hard card to race. That +4.
Right. It's just it's so much.
4 is a big number in Magic.
Yep. So.
And he blocks.
Block. The Spirit jumps in front of the Angel, and the Acidic Slime trades with the Geist.
Karn goes down a bit. Yeah, he is trying to keep the game from restarting, it looks like.
Right. Yeah, that Karn left unchecked will just take over this game.
Yeah.
And Simon Sung with 1 card in hand, so if you're Jamie, I think you just remove the card, flashback Lingering Souls, and...
Yeah, just sit on it.
Yeah.
The downside of Karn right here is that you don't want to restart the game with nothing but mana leaks underneath it.
Right.
That's not going to help you out.
Island helps.
Island helps, yeah. But, he is nowhere near being able to actually restart the game. Now, a Hero Blade Hold, however, does go pretty far.
Yeah, and it looks like Jamie tapped 5 for that Hero. That only costs 4. There we go. And
Hero also with Vault, pretty hard to race.
Yeah, that's not
a little hard.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Gain 7 life a turn.
He has no cards in his hand. The best thing he can probably draw here is Snapcaster.
Yep, looks like Simon ponders. He would love a Vapor Snag right now, but doesn't find one. Rune Chanter's Pike, Mana Leak, and another card. Not sure what that was.
Yeah, it's really just didn't draw that Rune Chanter's Pike. That could have forced Karn to minus that.
Yeah.
So that he'd actually get in. But instead, he's still looking at stuff.
Simon Sung counting his graveyard. Instant check. Swings
Gets
for
him for
one.
one.
Looks like at Jamie, not at Karn. And there's another stalker. He leaves the pike on top of his deck. So Jamie absolutely has to use that vault this turn, or else he will just be dead.
But the question is, does he know that?
Right.
It's hard to know that.
That is the question.
It is very hard to know that. Now, if he Karned away a land, then he'd be fine. Like he has a lot of ways to win this game, but he just has to figure out that Simon looked through his graveyard.
Yeah.
And he was probably checking for something. Maybe he thought he was checking for Snapcaster though.
Yeah, Karn removing Snapcaster is exactly what Simon Sung wants to see.
Oh, and he's tapping. Yeah, he's going for the vault.
So, Jamie Rutledge will gain 7 life this turn, going up to 14. Simon Sung will take 7, going to 7, unless of course he chooses to block with that stalker, which he won't.
Yeah, I think that was really good by Simon to play for that out.
Definitely, that was the only way he had to win the game.
Yeah,
there.
it was smart that he did that. And looks like Jamie is rampant growthing. And this game, I think, except for some details, is basically over.
Yeah, I don't see Simon Sung coming back from this. Active Karn, active hero, 2 tokens already in play, Vault of the Archangel.
Yeah, against Delver. Yeah, that's a pretty hard position to be in. A little hard.
Simon Sung would need some time.
But he's not giving up. I appreciate that. He's not giving up. He's going to draw that pike.
Won't do enough. It will kill the Karn, but he'll be dead to that swing from hero.
Yeah, it's the details.
details.
It's possible that he had 2 pikes on top. He might be able to, and he just packs it in.
Yep. So Simon Sung scoops it up. Jamie Rutledge wins game 1 on the back of Hero of Bladehold, Karn, and Vault of the Archangel.
Yeah.
Some unusual ones.
3 cards I never would have thought that I would see today.
All in the same
time.
deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That is crazy.
So Jamie Rutledge with a pretty unusual brew. Let's see what he has in his sideboard. We have Entomber Exarch, a couple Oblivion Rings, a couple of Increasing Devotion, Beast Withins, Doom Blades, Dismembers, Blade Splicers, Worm Coils. So he has a lot of even in the sideboard he has a lot of interesting cards.
Yeah. So and then we have Simon Sung is a much more standard blue-white Delver sideboard. But what does he have to bring in here? Timely Reinforcements is not very good. He's got all these Divine Offerings, which don't do anything.
Right. Dissipate, I have to imagine.
Dissipate, Dissipate. He's going to need Dissipate. But, he just doesn't have a whole lot for this matchup.
No.
Because, well, how do you prepare for the Acidic Slime Planeswalker, Elish Norn Hero Bladehold matchup? It's
Prey Upon.
Prey Upon. It's not something that you come in, that is why people play Rogue, because... you look at Jamie's sideboard, and he has all of these cards that do things.
They're just so versatile.
They're so versatile. They do things, and he can, board in 5, 6, 7 cards plus per match. And Simon just doesn't have much of anything. Like, he doesn't have a lot of cards that are bad in this matchup, but he just doesn't have any real big trumps to bring in.
Exactly, and actually, that's why I think the red-white it was a Caleb Durward deck. It was a Razor Hippogriff deck. That's why I think that deck was so good, because it attacked from sort of strange angles. The metagame wasn't used to seeing that, but we haven't seen a lot of that recently.
No, we have not. And, because with the metagame, these kind of decks often do very well when the metagame is very standard, very solid.
Right.
Everyone has these very, you know what everyone's sideboard is going into it.
Exactly.
And you just play a different deck that they have nothing against. But this is really the earliest that you'd see a real Rogue deck like this succeed.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy. People have been trying to make a lot of Planeswalkers work ever since, I'd say, Super Friends.
Yeah.
Back in that crazy time period when you could play a Johnny Vengeance, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Elspeth all in the same deck.
That was fair.
Yeah, that was only for a small amount of time.
And Bloodbraid was still around.
Oh yeah.
And Lightning.
That was a crazy format. That was a
crazy
very high powered format.
That really was. That was when Jace the Mind Sculptor wasn't quite good enough.
Right.
Because you'd be like, he was good.
But when Bloodbraid Elf is in 35% of the decks,
right. And
he's a lot
Blue
less
didn't have
good.
Mana Leak yet, so.
Oh, that's right too. Forgot about that.
So it, even without that, it was pretty close.
Yeah. Now,
or maybe it had just gotten Mana Leak. It was sometime it got Mana Leak that summer, and
right.
With M10 or M11.
Is that the reason why Blue is so good right now? Is because it has access to Mana Leak?
I think that is a lot of the reason why Blue is so good right now. I think that is the card. if you remember back in the day when you had to play like some number of negates and some number of whatever the remove souls or the whatever the new one they printed was.
Psychic barrier. No, that wasn't it.
It was the reprint of remove soul because for flavor reasons. You know, there was some number of those, and it was you know, sometimes your opponent would play turn 3 Blightning, and you would just have the remove soul, and sometimes they would cast, you know, turn 3, you know, like turn 2 Putrid Leech, and you would just have the negate, and you know, it was Mana Leak lets you get around all that. It really, you know, lets blue have a solid counterspell, and you know, everyone's casting big spells, you know.
Right. I think that that Mana Leak is better right now than Counterspell would be in this environment.
It just might be. It's close. All right, so game 2 begins. It looks like neither player is mulliganing. Simon Sung beginning with the Jataxian Probe. Getting probed on turn 1 is always terrifying because sometimes you make these little bit loose keeps, and you're just like, as long as they don't probe me, no one's going to find out.
Exactly.
Now this keep seems fine. Looks like I think that last card is a land.
Prey Upon.
Prey Upon. So he has, but he still has 2 lands and a Rampant Growth.
See, now this is really bad for Jamie because Simon gets to see this Rampant Growth as needing to resolve.
Right.
That has to resolve, or else Jamie Rutledge will be in a really rough spot.
Right.
Have 0 white mana available to him.
All right. Jamie needs some white mana.
So Jamie's hand, if you can't quite make it out, Gideon Jura, Elesh Norn, Vault of the Archangel, Day of Judgment, Rampant Growth, Prey Upon, and a Woodland Cemetery.
And he gets to play around that Rampant Growth all game.
Yeah.
Or the Day of Judgment.
Yeah, he does.
You know, there's a lot of cards that are very good in this matchup. I think Gideon's pretty good in this matchup.
Yeah, me too.
But, you know, Simon gets to know what he can resolve and what he can't resolve.
So, Jamie did draw an Isolated Chapel for his turn. So that's definitely a good draw for him. A few more of those and he won't need that Rampant Growth to resolve. Looks like Simon taps out.
Simon plays out for that Stalker.
Yep, and a good thing he did because Jamie has drawn 2 running white lands right in a row.
Yeah. And comes the... See, I might have played the Vault right there. Vault of the Archangel and just gotten to Plains. Just so that my opponent doesn't put me on having white.
Right.
And so just hoping that he might play out a Geist.
That's a good point.
And just, you know,
for a little deception.
Right, because he there's no way he can know that we've drawn like, you know, 2 white lands in a row.
Right. It does look like Jamie wanted to get a second black source though, so he would be able to play Grave Titan, Liliana of the Veil are his double black cards.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not sure how many are in his deck post-board, but we'll see. So Jamie ships the turn after Rampant Growthing. Simon untaps with his Delver, or rather his Stalker. And we'll see if he can suit that up, or if he can prepare to suit that up.
Looks like another Probe.
So Simon will see the bad news that his opponent does have another white land, coming to play untapped at that.
Yeah. His opponent has just drawn all the lands he needs.
Yeah.
Now these Prey Upons do not seem wonderful in this afterboard.
No, in this matchup, Prey Upon doesn't kill much. It kills Delver, it kills Snapcaster, does not kill Geist, does not kill Stalker.
No, I mean, and killing Delver is very important.
It is, but with what creature can he do that? He doesn't have very many early creatures. So Simon Sung simply has a land, attack, say go. We'll let Jamie try and do his worst.
Oh, and Jamie is Mana Leaks that Seer of the Suns.
Yeah, now if I'm Jamie, I immediately put Simon on at least 1 more counter.
Right. There's no way he's just going to let him resolve Gideon next turn.
Right. Instantly mana leaking that Sphere of the Suns definitely is either Snapcaster or Mana Leak. Or Dissipate.
He's got something.
But
maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe just run all out and... You know, he has so many cards that are great right here. Oh, and a Liliana.
Yeah, I don't like that play because he's only 1 land away from casting Liliana with Mana Leak mana off.
Fair enough.
I probably would have just played Gideon there.
Gideon, it's going to get counterspelled. That's fine. You know, you can play Liliana next turn. It looks like he has an Elesh Norn in his hand. He's not too far away from. He can't Simon can't play much else because he knows it's the Day of Judgment.
Right. Simon just sitting on his counters right now. It looks like he has a Vapor Snag and a Sword in hand.
Yeah, there's not much else he can really do. I mean, Lingering Souls.
Lingering Souls is very good right here.
Now, the one thing is that, of course, Jamie has showed off his Day of Judgment.
Right.
So, you know, he probably doesn't flash it back here just because he doesn't want to, you know, that just lets Simon unload his hand, basically.
Well, the good thing about flashing that back is that he would get to activate Vault of the Archangel, gain 4 a turn.
That's true.
But it looks like Simon Sung, end of turn,
Thought Scour.
Snapcaster, Thought Scour myself. So getting a little more pressure on the board. Draw an extra card.
There was I think Simon just asked him how many lands he has in play. There was more card draw, more card draw. It looks like Simon is drawing all the cards.
Draw all the things.
Yeah. He's
So,
just going crazy.
Finds his 4th land. That's pretty important. It lets him have 2 up for Mana Leak, which it looks like he does have in his hand.
Lingering Souls, yep. Takes out that Snapcaster out. And it looks like that is a Garrick. Unfortunately, Garrick does not kill Invisible Stalker.
Not even close.
No. So the question is, you probably have to keep running stuff out. I don't think you can hold off too long here.
No, his only other option would be to flashback Lingering Souls, but that doesn't seem very good.
Play Garrick, he's, opponent's thinking, you're just going to make some wolves.
Right.
Yeah.
Does get Mana Leaked. If I was Simon, I might have saved that Mana Leak. Garrick, not all that threatening, especially with a Sword of Worm piece in hand.
It's not, yeah, you're right. And what's he worried about? I mean, if he gets, said, we're a Day of Judgment, Elish Norn,
Gideon,
it's,
Preyapon.
Yeah.
Preyapon seems really out of place in this deck.
Ike is going to hit for a lot here.
Wow. We'll find out exactly how much that is for you in a sec. But I think it should be in the range of about 6 damage, maybe 7 damage.
3,
1, 2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 8 damage.
Oy.
That is half of Jamie Rutledge's life total.
So Jamie is going to have to resolve something right here.
Yes. We'll see what it is.
Do you Wrath or do you Gideon?
I think
Wrath,
he has
right?
to Wrath, yeah. Gideon doesn't do much, just a fog.
Yeah, that's true.
But after he Wraths, he'll also be able to flashback Lingering Souls. So that's
nice.
not too
nice.
shabby. Assuming he has the white source. Oh, yeah, he does.
He does.
So Day of Judgment, flashback Lingering Souls, a black and 1. 2 spirits into play.
And if he draws a land, he'll just be able to Elish Norn next turn.
Yeah. Simon has to respect that possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough position for Simon to be in. If he had a sword in play with something on it, then it would survive Elish Norn, but...
Right. So Simon ponders. He's already used 3 Mana Leak. He only has 1 Mana Leak left and 2 Dissipates in his deck.
And he has some number of Snapcasters left.
Yes.
I think he has 3 Snapcasters left, so if he plays a land here, he can always do that. If that doesn't happen, then, as Jamie, I would just run it out.
Yeah, I think he has to. I don't see what other choice he has right now. He can sit on Moorland Haunt. That's pretty good. So
I think you attack here and see if he activates Moorland Haunt. Ooh, maybe not, because if he... you have to... Because those Haunt tokens end up being pretty lethal, too.
Yeah, and you know what? This is a big mistake by Jamie. He attacks with his spirits first. Now he's going to find out the bad news if Simon has... Wait, why did 5 mana get tapped? Was that Vault of the Archangel?
Vault of the Archangel.
Okay, Vault of the Archangel.
Yep. And so he gained 2, goes up to 10, I believe.
Yeah, that seems like a really ambitious attack.
Yeah, it's very ambitious. Simon is going to equip an attack.
I think Jamie is dead to a Vapor Snag plus an equip.
Possibly. He for 8 last turn, so yeah. Sword.
Sword is pretty good too. And that's a sorcery. So Preyapon not going to be able to kill that token. We'll be able to next turn, though.
Yeah. With help from the Vault of the Archangel.
Yes. So Simon Sung will hit his opponent for 3 regular damage, and it looks like he has 4 cards in hand. So that'll drop Jamie Rutledge to 3. That'll bring Simon up to 15.
Now, that play makes a lot more sense to me now that he thought Preyapon was a sword, was an instant.
Right.
Which, the card seems like it should be an instant to me. I definitely played it like that for a while, or tried to play it as an instant at first.
Yep.
But,
So Jamie draws his 7th land, but Elish Norn doesn't do anything here.
He does not kill that spirit. And unfortunately, neither do both the Archangel doesn't kill it either because the Prey Upon can't hit it.
Right. I'm not
It's
sure.
got protection.
Yeah, it got protection.
Now the Prey Upon will resolve, but it has.
Unless it's the Prey Upon that does the damage, which I don't think it is.
I think
That's
the
not
creature's
going to
not
work. Yeah, that's not going to work, and Jamie's going to be dead. Judge explains what's going on to him right now. And Jamie
Cannot be happy with that.
will learn his card interactions a lot better. Hopefully for him, he'll side out those Prey Pawns, because those are really bad in this matchup.
And there
scoops him
goes.
up.
All right, so 1-1.
Simon Sung pulls that one out. A never-ending stream of mana leaks, followed by an equipment on a Moreland Hawk token.
Sometimes Delver just has a never-ending supply of mana leaks.
Yep.
That's what the deck does.
Yeah, mana leaks one of its best cards.
All right, so let's say that who do you like for the third game? Keep in mind, Jim is in the play.
On the play, I think I like Jamie, especially if he can side out those Prey Pawns, because him being on the play, him being able to access 4 mana when his opponent has just 2 is pretty huge. And the onus is definitely on Simon to have those counters at the crucial times.
I agree with the same thing. I really like Jamie in this matchup. I think that being able to, when Simon's in the play, he can go turn 1 Delver, turn 2 have mana leak backup. He can really dominate the game. But if he can't hold back those mana leaks, then if he doesn't have a turn 1 Delver, even which is so much worse on the draw than it is in the play, he's gonna have a real hard time matching just the power level of Jamie's deck.
Yeah, I think that Simon might be able to steal the game if Jamie is as aggressive as he has been, because Jamie has to realize that he's not the beatdown here. Or at least he should realize that after these last couple of games. Simon almost stole the first game. Did steal the second game because of some ambitious attacks, I think.
Right.
If Jamie had just kept those spirits back to chump block, the creature with the Runechanter spike on it would have made a big difference.
It would have made a huge difference.
As John says on Twitter, he herped his dirt.
Very succinct way of putting that.
Yeah, very, very eloquent.
Very eloquent. So what do you think Jamie's game plan is? Is he what kind of hand is he looking for? Obviously, he wants to turn 2 acceleration spell.
Has to have a turn 2 acceleration.
And then just jam full of 4 drops and 5 drops, like.
Jamie would be just fine with 2 lands, Rampant Growth, Lingering Souls, random 3 cards from his deck. I think that's exactly what he wants.
That actually seems like a great hand. I'm liking this deck more because of. You're right, in a situation like that, where if you have a
Lingering Souls?
A Lingering Souls, yeah.
Card
just any other cards in your deck become amazing.
That card is just so good against Delver. Worse against this version because he has Invisible Stalker. Worse against this version because he has main deck Swords, but still just an absolute beating. Make Simon have the right answers for it. And I mean, even if they Vapor Snag a token, let's say you double block a Geist and they Vapor Snag a token, that's fine.
Yeah, flash it back.
5, flash it back. Hope you have another one.
They do always, though.
Yeah.
They have snap catch, so they have a lot of vapor. They have a lot of vapor snags. All right. So his hand seems really jam full of spells and not jam full of lands.
Yeah, Jamie will be going to 6, has no lands. Simon, on the other hand, has a nice curve. I saw Delver, I saw 2 lands, I saw 2 drop. He'll be keeping for sure. Now, let's see. Simon's deck, or rather Jamie's deck, plays 24 land. Plays 2 Rampant Growth, 2 Sphere of the Suns. That seems a little low.
I would probably end up playing at least 25 land, and I maybe 4 Rampant Growth, 2 Spheres.
Yeah, I really like the idea of these black, white, green Planeswalker decks. I think they're great in concept, but all the lists I've seen have just been really poorly executed. Just not enough of one thing. Be that.
Yeah, I think this deck, it just needs a few more mana sources. You need to really be able to, just get a little further out with your mana. Because I think that if you get a lot of mana with this deck, you're going to win.
Yes.
That's the thing about it. Like, your spells are all just so powerful.
Karn Liberated?
Yeah.
Good
Karn,
luck,
Elfthar, like, all your cards are just so powerful. I don't know how it seems like the number one reason why you're going to lose to this deck is mana screw.
Yes.
Or, I don't know if you call it mana screw when you can't hit like 5 or 7 lands, but there's some word
Not
for
having
it.
enough mana to operate your deck.
Right, like, sometimes you have these decks where you're just like, oh, I only like you're playing Tooth and Nail, and you're like, I just couldn't get to past 6 mana. Like,
right, exactly. Well, maybe you should have built your deck with more mana sources.
Right. It's just one of those decks. It's just so mana hungry that you just need to have that. And is he going to 5 or did he?
I can't tell. I saw a land and a Lingering Souls, so it looks
Which
like
is a good start.
Yeah.
That's a good start in fairness.
So Jamie has 2 planes and a Lingering Souls.
And a Delver turn 1.
I would have liked to have seen some Razor Verge Thickets in Jamie's deck. I think he has a few too many basics.
6.
Yeah. For example, right now, if one of those was a Razor Verge, he would have 2 colors of mana, not just 1.
And
ooh,
yeah, flips.
Delver
flips.
And that's,
Delver does what Delver does sometimes.
Yes. Now Jamie really has to draw a 3rd land for this Lingering Souls right here.
Yeah, if he misses here.
And
Oh,
Forest.
he has it. He does have it. No, the
Oh,
Garrick.
It looks like he did have it, but
Lingering Souls.
so that'll threaten the trade with the Delver.
Which is definitely what I would do.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Because if he can get his Garrick to get, if Garrick will trade with the other Delver.
Oh.
It's a
Vapor Snag. That's brutal. So both his turn 1 and his turn 2 Delver flips.
Daggers all around.
Double block, Vapor Snag, take 4.
Very enthusiastic about Vapor Snag.
Yeah, Jamie goes to 13, facing down 6 power in the air. That's
yeah, it's
crazy.
scary.
Yeah.
I always got a Mana Leak backup.
Yeah, this is just
This is not looking good.
almost an unbeatable draw for Simon Sung, even on the draw.
Right, he's going to try to run out the Garrick.
Yeah, it won't resolve.
That's going to get leaked. Yeah, and he's got a snap. So and if Simon has another land, Snapcaster will pretty much lock this game up.
Yeah. So bring Jamie to 7.
Does and he has another land. Yeah. See, the reason why he's doing so is he's got the unglued islands.
That's it.
That
really is it.
Land choice is very important, and I respect unglued a lot.
Unglued is one of my favorite type of land.
It's my personal favorite. Lingering Souls.
And there's the Snapcaster.
Snapcaster. I might have just let that resolve personally.
Well, that's the game. Simon Sung takes it down 2-1. He has to feel pretty good about that after the first game.
Yeah, I feel great about it.
Yeah, I think Jamie played a little too aggressively in the second game. Could have won that one, I think.
I think you're right. I think that he, again, it all comes down to one little thing. He misread Prey Upon, and he thought it was an instant.
Right.
And his series of plays, if Prey Upon is an instant, are great. His opponent spends his whole turn trying to equip something.
Yep.
He gets to Prey Upon it in response, trade, and then next turn cast Elishnorn. Because an opponent's tapped out from it a lot too.
Exactly.
But
but his opponent,
Prey Upon is not an instant.
No, he
That
saw that he had the
little
white-green land on tap. He's like, well, white-green, he can't do anything for a white or a
Right.
green. I'll just go for it.